ठीक है
ठीक है, यस।
चलो
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
let me wrap it
रुक, इसके बाद भी आफ्टर शूट होने के बाद भी रुकना, वी हैव टू।
yeah Hi guys, welcome to our channel. So today's company is Veritas, and before we move on to the recruitment process, if you also want to be a part of our placement interview experience segment, feel free to fill up the Google form attached in the description box below and we'll get back to you. And along with that, we also have our Telegram channel, so join that if you want to stay updated with all the channel activities. And let's quickly move on to the recruitment process now.
So profile offered by Veritas is Associate Software Engineer, that is DevOps. CTC that they will be providing is as follows. Eligibility criteria, the branches eligible are CS and IT. SSC, HSC scores should be 60% and above, and you should be having 6.75 CGPA and above, and there should be no live backlog. Now, the online test was on HackerRank, consisted of 20 MCQs from CN, OS, DBMS, and OPS, and there were 2 coding questions, and this was for 1 hour. And coming to the interview rounds, there were total of 3 interview rounds. First was technical, which lasted from 30 to 60 minutes, and then managerial for 15 to 20 minutes, and then HR for 15 minutes. We will discuss this process in very much detail with our guest today.
So hi guys, today we have with us Aashi, who has cracked the on-campus recruitment process for Veritas for the job role of an associate software engineer. Welcome to our channel.
Thank you. So hi, as she told, I'm Aashi Tapadia and I got selected in Veritas. I'm currently in my 4th year. So I'm pursuing my BTech in computer science from MIT WPU. Yeah.
So let's get to the interview segment then. So first round was aptitude. So will you take us through what was the aptitude and how were the questions?
Yeah, so first round, as he told, it was aptitude, and it was like there were 20 MCQ questions from basic all engineering our subjects like computer networks, operating systems. Then it was object-oriented programming. Some logical questions were also there, and 2 were coding questions. One was to be coded in Python, and it was basic string manipulation question. It was easy like. And second one was also string manipulation. It was to be coded in any language you prefer. And it was basically encoding, decoding. So it was from easy to medium level.
Okay.
This was the online test.
So one coding question is supposed to be done in Python.
In Python, yeah, it was compulsory.
Okay.
Okay. And the rest all 20 MCQs were from different segments, C and BPMs. Yeah. Okay.
And what was the time limit?
It was for 1 hour.
Okay. Including the 2 coding questions then.
Yeah.
Okay. So after that, you were shortlisted for interviews.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can tell us about how the interview went and what were the questions asked to you.
Yeah, so the first one was the technical round. So it was about for 40 to 45 minutes, and they were like checking my basics from all the basic core subjects of computer science, and also they gave me some puzzles to solve. These puzzles, like it can be solved if you have solved any puzzles from GFG. They were like medium level puzzles. Then he was also asking about my projects, like what you have done in your projects, or what exactly your topic is about, how it's like benefiting society and all. And he also asked about my interests. So I had mentioned in my resume that I like reading novels, and also he told me to elaborate like what stories have you read and what was the novel about. So yeah, that was the technical round.
So nowhere you were asked to write codes or something, snippets related to.
Yeah, so I was asked to write codes for file operations, and Also like some basic linked list questions were asked. Yeah, that was logic was asked mainly, so they were not it was not compulsory to write the whole code, but you can also explain the logic by writing some statements. So it was.
And anything related to DevOps, as it was the position that they were offering to you?
Yeah, so he was as I worked before in an internship, so he asked me questions from that, like how you used APIs and all,
Oh.
how you worked in that. Yeah, it was it.
Okay, so we can move to managerial round then. So
Yeah. So next was the managerial round. So here I was asked mainly of the projects which I have done, and more details of the projects were to be discussed with her. Then she also gave me a situational problem and how would I react to that situation in real world. So she gave me a real world problem, and was like she was noticing me how would I react to such problems. So it was yeah, and she also asked me about my interests, my weaknesses, my strengths, then what are my interests, what are my hobbies. So that was it, the managerial round. It was around 15-20 minutes only.
so it was more towards your personality rather than
Yeah.
technical.
Yeah.
Now coming to the last round then, HR.
Yeah, so HR round was some basic questions about my family background were asked, and how did I chose the projects which I have mentioned in my resume. What was the purpose of choosing those projects? So some basic HR questions were there. What were my expectations towards the company? And yeah, that's it.
And like, can you tell us about the timelines? Like all the 3 rounds happened on the same day, or
Yeah, so it was one after the other on the same day. First the online test, then there was a gap, then I had my technical, then within half an hour all the rounds were there. So it was back to back.
and even the results were announced on the same day itself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So since you are the only person to crack Veritas from MIT, so any tips for our upcoming juniors?
Just focus on your basics, like all the subjects which are taught in college. It's fine if you just revise once before any interview, and also don't get disheartened if you don't get selected in the first few company interviews. It's fine, you will get what is destined for you. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And how would you rate your grasp on Python exactly? Because since you specifically mentioned that the first coding round was in Python and the second one was in any language. So
yeah, so in college we have done basic Python in practicals. So that's it. Like it was very basic. The question was basic. It was easy. So you could code it if you have done a little Python in your practicals also. So it's easy.
So guys, then it's a wrap for today. Thank you so much, Aashi, for coming in and sharing your experience. And guys, Aashi's LinkedIn will be in the description box below. So feel free to reach out to her in case you have any queries regarding the recruitment process or any guidance that you need from her. We'll be back next week with another placement interview experience segment for you on Fridays. So stay tuned for that. And thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you.